During the murder trial of former woman police constable Michelle Brown, who was accused of the shooting death of Belize City barber Farid Ahmad, she testified under oath that Corporal Elmer Nah was in fact the triggerman.
Me I go right in a this, when I think Jamaican police corrupt. Wait till you see where the dirty police boy Corporal Nah from outer Belize though. Yo, me tell you about Belize. Me I talk about Belize, me I talk about the police boy him involvement with the drugs thing and what him do. New Year's Eve, me I tell you what him do. But before me do that, me I run some clip so I have an idea how dangerous a police boy is. And I want to talk about Belize in terms of a comparison with Jamaica. So I want to stay tuned, because the video here I got hot. Remember me tell you that. Let's go.
In early 2021, the family of Rafael Garrido believed that the officer may have been involved in his disappearance and subsequent murder. Along with several other officers attached to the commander of Operation Strike Team, a specialized unit led by former Deputy Commissioner of Police Marco Vidal, was busted in connection with the landing of a drug plane near Bladen village.
I don't even know where to start with this guy. I've never seen anything like this. This guy Corporal now, he did a whole bunch of stuff. Murder, accused of murder, accused of landing a drugs plane, and I'm gonna explain all of that. The lady accused him of making our son disappear. I'm gonna play all of that, make on the hear. And he still can't go to jail.
Know something? The pain, the hurt, everything make me stronger for my son. I want the death for my son. I want bury and thank God for that. I find the body and I want to carry on home. But this is just the beginning. Because I know I sleep. I need justice for my son and I need the police to do their job. I don't care who they out there, Mr. Chester, whosoever. I need answers about my son. And now that the time.
According to...
No, that's a young youth mother. But them couldn't find him. But she said she find the body and she bury her son. And she want justice for her son. Now, listen to where the police commissioner said on this.
So yes, in Garrido case, no name was called. But there was nothing tangible that we could have gone with to say, you know what, we can charge. If anybody at this time have any information that they believe can help, the case is still open. We're willing to listen and record statements or gather evidence, as the case may be, to further the matter.
That was what the police commissioner said pertaining to that. But listen what him say pertaining to this.
Upon stopping those vehicles, one of the vehicles was occupied by Corporal Nah, his wife, his daughter, and another police officer. A search of the vehicle led to the discovery of one issued 9mm pistol and over 100.223 rounds of ammunition. From what we believe that, yes, those ammunitions are police ammunitions, but Corporal Nah is on leave, and so he ought not to have been in possession of the department's ammunition, particularly in such quantity. And based on that, he was detained. And our investigation in respect to his involvement in the plane landing was also...
All right, let me give you guys the premise. The police them get a link say a plane has been landed. They set up a roadblock. When they set up the roadblock, they had a shootout with some man, with the druggists there, or whoever. So they backed off, set up some other roadblocks, and then this police, and another police, and I guess them girl, was in the car. Them pull them over, gun, and them have over, the police say like nearly 200-300 rounds of ammunition. Long story short, they charged him underneath the police tribunal for the guns and the bullets and stuff like that. They also charged him, not only him, a few guys with the drug plane landing, cause the police them end up catch some of the drugs, but some of it get away. And there was a big shootout. It's crazy, it's like fiction. So they did charge him, and he beat the drugs charge with the drug plane, him and the other police them and whoever. And they charged him with the tribunal in the police department. And I want you guys listen to this.
The adjudicator who presided over the matter had found both gentlemen not guilty in respect to the ammunition that were found inside a vehicle that they were in at the particular time.
So the tribunal, the police tribunal, I guess the police board, found him not guilty. And the chief of police said he's pissed off about it. But listen to the reason why.
Is that the officer who testified to the effect that he had left the ammunition inside the vehicle in question that he had supposedly left the ammunition is not the same vehicle that the two gentlemen were found in, and at the time had the ammunition in it. So I still cannot understand on what basis did the adjudicator decided that these two gentlemen were not guilty.
You hear what the police chief said? Yeah, another police testified that he was the one who signed out the gun and the bullets them. But the car that the bullets them is in is not the policeman who testified car. They're in somebody else's car, another policeman car. So the chief of police is saying he can't understand how they're found not guilty. But I think he knows why, and he doesn't really want to speak on it. This dude now, he's very connected. His family is in the prosecution office. I think the head prosecutor is related to his uncle, married his uncle. And he is very connected. It looks like he's a Chinese mix, but he's a really dirty cop. So now, what's been going on is that the chief, Chester Williams, have been watching him and have been having him underneath the microscope. But before me tell you now, when I do New Year's Eve 2022-2023, I want to speak on Belize for a little bit. If any of you don't know the size of Belize, Jamaica is, I guess, 12,000 or whatever square kilometers. Belize is twice the size of Jamaica. Let me repeat that again. Belize is twice the size of Jamaica. Now we're gonna talk about the population. Jamaica have 3 million people, and Belize has 350,000 people. Compare maybe 400,000 now. Belize is very underpopulated. for a country to be twice the size of Jamaica and only have 350,000, 400,000 people, that kind of tell you what kind of place you're dealing with. You're dealing with the old boys, the whole boys association. Now, another thing I want to point out with Belize. Belize is a very, I want you to listen to me now. Belize is a very rich country. Them have tourism, them have crude oil, them have agriculture, and them have a lot of things. Now, if you guys look at Belize, Belize is a part of South America, I guess, or Central America, one of them. But it is also in the Caribbean. Now, if you look at it, it comes all the way down from Mexico, straight down to El Salvador. It borders El Salvador. And it comes down to Honduras. Now, I say that to say this. With a country that big, and them have 300 to 400,000 people, how can they effectively man their borders and actually effectively run this country? I feel like the country is underpopulated. Them have a workforce of 60,000, maybe 120,000 now. But that is crazy. Because when I heard about Belize, I thought Belize was a small little place. Because to the amount of people that's there. And Belize is twice the size of Jamaica. Them stretch from Mexico come all the way down. Because I know enough yard man who went to Belize. And then from Belize come into America. Them drive, because you can't drive. So that's how Belize is. So my thing is, for a country to be that rich, because a Belize dollars compared to the US dollar is 2 to 1. 1 US equal $2 in Belize. Their cost of living is low. $100 is a lot of money in Belize. You understand? So when the police them, even this guy, a court jester, speaking, it just seems like they're underdeveloped. It just seems like, you know, they just pull a rabbit out of a hat. I don't know. But to the scale of the amount of murders happening and the corruption, because this one drug plane at this boy land is not the only one. You understand? There's many more. But to the way how I see this country, they need population capital. They really need to train the people, because it's a small country in terms of population, and that should be easy to manage. But it makes sense because the country is so goddamn big. And these police and these border people, them can't manage. They cannot compete against the drug cartel, the money. With that said, I'm gonna move this video along and I'm gonna show you guys what this guy, Corporal did New Year's Eve 2022 going into 2023. Let's go.
Night of celebration for the Ramnare's family to bring in 2023. But Saturday night ended in bloodshed with the callous and calculated execution of brothers John and David Ramnare's in Belmopan. The siblings were socializing at John's residence, awaiting the arrival of several other family members and friends when a lone gunman entered the yard. The carnage began on the front lawn, where the gunman opened fire on John and David. The suspect then entered John's home, where his wife, Vivian Ramnare's, and David's common-law wife, Yemi Alberto, were seeking cover. They too were targeted.
So we'll fast forward 2022, December 31st, New Year's Eve. Them two brother they are them house, a kickback with them wife, waiting on other family members to enjoy the new year. And then, all of a sudden, a man run down upon them. You see the man a run right there saying in the video. And murder the two brother them and shoot up them wife. Them little daughter was in the house. She had to run through the back door. She is 5 years old. She had to run through the back door and go to her neighbor. You hear what I just said? Look at the video in front of you. You see the man run down upon them and then them scatter. And that's the man who shoot them. Now, me I go play something else and listen to this.
Police investigation into Saturday night's double murder continues, and so far an arrest has been made. 36-year-old Elmer Na has been slapped with a slew of charges, including 2 counts of murder, attempted murder, use of deadly means of harm, and dangerous harm. Na is a police officer on interdiction following charges related to a drug plane landing in southern Belize back in 2021.
A team of investigators headed by myself, Mr. Greenwich, and Mr. Caracamo. We canvassed the area properly, we talked with people, we viewed video footages, and were able to gather statements from witnesses who saw what took place. And based on that, we were able to arrest and charge Elmer Na with the crime of murder.
You hear what happened? The chief commissioner went and investigated this crime. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. He said him and 2 other top-level officials went to the crime scene, did their investigation, looked at cameras, looked at evidence, and it was Corporal Corporal Na, that's his name. I call him Myrna. Now, this guy, like I said, has been doing a lot of different stuff. People went missing, accused of murder. He's even actually caught nearly red-handed with a drugs plane. And he was still able to beat the system. And like I said, that speaks to how primitive the Belizean system is, in my opinion. But this police commissioner was on his ass and not letting up. Now, they're saying they don't know the motive why he killed these 2 brothers. There's rumor going around, say they witnessed murder, this, that. But it seems like this Corporal now is also a hitman. You understand? He's a hitman. This might be a contract killing for whatever reason. But, or it could be drugs, because the thing with Belize, like I explained to you guys, and it kind of makes sense to me now. Belize is a big country, and I don't think they have the enough manpower to man such a big country, because they only have 350, 400,000 people in their population. They have a workforce of 60,000 or 120,000 in some areas. So, yeah, it kind of makes sense to me now. But listen, when it comes to corruption, you think Jamaican police is bad? Yo, the Belizean police, them get the badge for this, and it is very revealing. This police boy is one of the worst police I've ever seen. Me hear them talk about Bigger Ford and Trinity and this and that in Jamaica, but in a sense, like I said, the Jamaican police, them, when you look at it now, they're really trying to fight crime, and because of the government lack of payment to them, that's why some of them step across the line. Now, I say that to say this. When you compare Jamaica to Belize, I think Belize is worse than Jamaica and worse than Trinidad, because they have 350,000 people, and the kind of corruption, the kind of police they have down there. Them our army, I don't know how much people can be in the army to wait name the man the borders or whatever, but it just seems like Belize is in a primitive place, and it seems like I said, there's a lot of drugs, a lot of crime, and a lot of poverty, and Belize is a rich country. Them dollars is $1 Belizean dollar equal $2 US. $1 American dollar equal 150 Jamaican dollars. Yo, you do the math. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy this video, and please click on the next video, which is that lady in Jamaica who killed her son, and up to now she's still not in jail. My name is Countryman. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on that video with that woman, yo. The next video coming up right down there. I'm out. Yo, Belize is a dangerous place. Corporal, nah, dangerous boy.